My dad gave me pepper spray and told me to use it against my brother. Luckily, I had my parents and my dog Tobias protecting me.
Ring the bells, gather the townspeople. You guys know what time it is. It's time for our monthly return to the YouTube animation community in hopes that we can make it through with only a slightly ruined day. But if you happen to be a lover of animals, well then that might be quite a challenge for you because today we've got quite a doozy, boys and girls. Now in the many hours we've spent studying the YouTube animation community, we have learned that there is no animation channel more unhinged than Share My Story. And well, that seems to still be the case because guess who's providing the video we're covering today? It's Share My Story, if you didn't follow that. My psycho brother ate my dog. Now, if you happen to be new to all this YouTube animation stuff, then you need to learn rather quickly that titles mean absolutely nothing to the people uploading these videos. What I mean by this is that I would imagine there's about a 45% chance there's not even a dog in this video. You just need to know what you're getting yourself into. All you're going to experience for the next 10 or so minutes is disappointment and disgust. Don't say I didn't warn you. Let's begin. Please subscribe.
Hey, my name is Delara, and I want to tell you how I got rid of my psychopath brother. He tyrannized my family for years, but now he is gone. And yes, I confess, I did it. I made him disappear.
Okay, well, Delilah, whatever your name is, it seems like you might be the psychopath here. I don't think anybody who makes another person disappear can really be qualified as normal.
Since I can remember, I lived in constant fear of death. When my brother and I played together, he would always put plastic bags over my teddy bear, as if he was suffocating it. And then he would point at me and laugh like I would be next. My parents knew he was an evil monster, which is why they never left me alone with him in the same room. He loved drawing himself eating and crucifying other people.
Pardon? Come again? You said he likes to draw himself doing what now? You know, on second thought, that quoted 45% chance that there won't even be a dog in this video, might have been a little bit too high. If there was ever a character to eat a dog, this one seems like he'd be it.
To make things worse, most of the time, I was the victim. So of course I was scared. I knew my brother wanted to turn his fantasies into reality, but luckily, I had my parents and my dog Tobias protecting me. My brother had tried several times to break into my room at night, but Tobias always slept next to me.
Okay, Tobias, I'm sure you're a great guy, but do the police not exist in this universe? Are we really just leaving this up to the dog? He was deranged as a child, okay, sure, that sometimes passes, but these characters are clearly teenagers now. It might be time for some outside help.
He was a very big dog. Unfortunately, that didn't save him from my brother. One day, my brother ran after me, and I started screaming for help. Tobias immediately came to my rescue and jumped onto my brother, threw him down and snarled at him. But psychopaths like my brother are incapable of feeling fear. That's why he just grinned back at Tobias and said, "You will regret this badly."
Yeah, I'm starting to regret watching this video badly. By the way, if you're new to the Share My Story universe, these videos are all presented as reality, like viewer-submitted stories that actually happened. So if you're having a bad day, maybe not feeling too good about yourself, just know moving forward that somebody out there thought that this story as a whole was believable enough to post onto YouTube.
I knew it was my responsibility to protect Tobias from my brother, but I failed. My brother must have lured him outside and then Tobias was gone. I told my parents that my brother got rid of Tobias, but they didn't quite believe me. They said maybe Tobias just ran away.
Okay, yeah, sure. So the parents who know that their child is a genuine psychopath cannot even believe for a second that maybe, due to him getting mad at the dog, the brother got rid of it. Even though they were literally throwing holy water at the child earlier, they can't believe he would do this. Okay, yeah, makes sense.
But the next day, when my parents and I came back from grocery shopping, my brother was in the kitchen cooking. He had never cooked before, and for some reason, he was staring at me with his usual evil grin. Then he pulled out a big haunch and bit into it, while staring at me. The haunch was weirdly big. It took me a few seconds to realize that he was eating the leg of Tobias.
Man, R.I.P. Tobias. That was a very cutely drawn dog, the only decent character in this entire anime. Really, the only thing you can do now is eat your brother's leg, and then after that, try to call it even, move forward, maybe repair your sibling relationship. You really don't have many other options.
In that moment, something switched inside me. I knew only one of us would survive. I was ready to die. I first told my parents what was going on.
Wait, what? You made it seem like you were about to have the greatest fist fight of all time and you're going to run and tell mommy and daddy? What survival switch is that?
But when they took a closer look at the haunch, they said it wasn't Tobias. But I knew they were lying to make me feel comfortable. Because a few minutes later, my brother told me what he had done to Tobias, how he had cooked him, and that he tasted like high-quality beef. Tobias wasn't just a dog for me. He was my best friend. And no one eats my best friend without equal retribution.
Oh wow, so you are going to eat him? That's how he's going to disappear? I mean, fair move. That's really the only play you've got at this point. If somebody eats your dog and you don't eat them back, I mean, they've won.
My parents were scared of my brother, but I wasn't anymore. I knew if I didn't take action, I would end up like Tobias. To protect myself, my dad gave me pepper spray and told me to use it against my brother if he threatened me. He said the pepper spray was strong enough to keep off bears.
Oh my god, okay, so I was about to comment on how the dad, instead of deciding to, call the police, opts to just give his daughter a weapon to protect herself, acknowledging that her brother is a very serious threat to her. I was gonna talk about how absurd that is, but then you hit me with a rage comic in 2022? That's worse.
So it would easily knock out my brother. But I had no interest in defending myself. I didn't want to live in fear anymore. So the next morning, I opened my brother's door and threw a heavy book at him and screamed, "You murderer!" He immediately got up and ran after me. I ran out of our house, directly into the forest. My brother ran after me, but I had two advantages. I was 2 years older than him, and I had shoes on.
Well, glad we got those details. I don't think anybody was going to get through this masterpiece of a video and be left with the concern of, I wonder how he didn't catch up with her.
I was faster than him, but kept him close enough that he thought he could catch me. 1 mile, 2 miles, 3 miles. I had never run like this before. It was a beautiful and intense experience. At one point, I stopped and gasped for air. My brother was right there, 5 meters away. I could see in his face that he had waited for this moment all his life. But so did I. I pulled my dad's pepper spray out, ready to use it against my brother, and end this once and for all. My brother started running away from me, but I was faster than him.
This was your plan? You lured him out 3 miles into the woods to pepper spray him? That's not what I was thinking. Why did you need to run to just turn around and pepper spray him? That doesn't even kind of make sense.
And about to catch up when I fell and he escaped. Now I was truly petrified. I wasn't sure what my brother would do next. So I ran to my parents and told them about my brother and how he had run after me in the forest. They knew I was telling the truth, and decided my brother was too dangerous to continue to live with us. That's why they tried to put him into a special facility for violent and dangerous teenagers. But my brother had no criminal record, so they didn't accept him in.
Oh, he has no criminal record? Huh, I could not even think of a single reason as to why that might be. Maybe, and this is really just me spitballing here, it's because nobody in this entire family has thought to call the police!
My parents' only choice left was giving him into a foster home, but they said he was too dangerous and a threat to the other kids there. That's why they decided to keep him living with us. Of course, we were all scared and I was sleeping in my parents' bed from now on. I spent hours every night thinking how I could get rid of him. And then I had an idea.
Alright, so I'm not going to include how she got rid of him because I'm assuming YouTube's not going to like it, but basically she just framed him for a crime. Yeah, not very creative.
The police immediately arrived and took him into custody. And guess what? Now he is in a youth detention facility and he will stay there for many years. However, his new home is only 40 miles away from where we live, and I'm scared that he will break out of there and come to get me. because he has repeatedly sworn to take revenge on me, because he knows that I had set him up. That's why I'm practicing sprinting and fighting every day.
If that is your sprint, you might need to practice a little harder.
My parents have also installed an alarm system to our house in case my brother tries to break in and get me. It's scary, but I know how to defend myself, and once I'm older, I'll just move far away, somewhere where my brother will never find me. And if he does find me, I'll be prepared. In fact, I sometimes hope he will break out and fight me. Then I could finally end this, once and for all.
Wow, awesome. Even with the story we just had to endure, I think that the worst part of this entire video is that presumably an adult wrote this, animated it, reviewed it, and thought, yep, that's YouTube worthy. Well guys, I know that in the beginning of this video I said that the task of this video was to only have a slightly ruined day. Think that I can safely say for me, and probably most of you, that task was not achieved. Better luck next month. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and walk on over to that subscribe button and touch it. It's free. It won't cost you anything. But for now, that's all I have for you today. Bye.
Subscribe.